Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Igamo Sanli Kumalo, but I'm popularly known as Madam YouTuber, so O35 Ose Depe Ninjing Amanje, and that's on Period Honey. Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again. So if you're new to the channel, over here we call ourselves the 5 Babe Gang. We do vlogs, thrift shopping, trend hauls, galore, on all that, uni life content, and we also do conversations, also so much more. But if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for choosing to consume my content once again. So guys, we are now on the road to 600 subscribers. So please do make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe, okay? So disclaimer guys, I'm not really feeling well. I've got flu. So if you see I'm sounds a bit cracky, just know I'm in the midst of a very horrible flu. But then no flu formed against me shall stop me from being consistent, okay? That's on per. Anyways guys, so today I'm going to be doing this particular video. I am mainly inspired by Naledi Malela. I actually watched on her YouTube channel. She did a video titled 27 Things I Learned Before I Turned 28. And I was like, wow, actually quite a nice concept, you know, because you get to really reflect on how you've been doing in your life for all those years and reflect on how you are doing currently now. So today's video is going to be titled hashtag 19 things I learned before turning 20, and this is going to be part 1. So in this particular part 1, I'm going to be only sharing 10 things that I learned ever since I've turned 20. So if you want to see what I've learned so far, and if you want to like really know what I really learned, then please do make sure that you watch this video until the very last point, okay? So not rambling too much, let's go straight to the video. Alrighty, so the first lesson that I learned ever since I turned 20 is that a life without God is meaningless. I can't stress this enough, guys. I feel like kubalekile, more especially as umuntu omusha sakhula, to always make God be the center of your life. Yes, we may be young and may feel as if maybe we still have a long life ahead of us, but in reality, as umuntu uyamdinga uNkulunkulu empilweni yakho for you to be able to prosper and for you to be able to grow. Uyamdinga uNkulunkulu so he can like guide you as to how you can go about in life, you know. So for me, I learned that the hard way. I never used to be one who prays a lot. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm kind of sweating. I'm sick, I've got flu, but anyways, so I kind of learned that the hard way, to be honest. I never used to be one who frequently prays that much, you know, until in grade 11 I joined ESCO, and then I realized that actually having God in my life is very important, you know. It's just that I started attending ESCO when I was at a very down point in my life. Like things were very, very bad, and in that moment I needed nothing but God to really save me and give me strength, you know. So yeah, so ever since I am now a consistent person who prays. I do go to church, and is that and I have a normal routine as to when do I pray, yabo. And when I do pray, I am very specific as to what I'm praying for or what I'm asking for, you know. So yeah, it's very important to always have God to be the center of your life, because a life without God is meaningless. So I can't stress this enough. So it's important for you to have God in your life, just so you can know who to have a clear direction, okay? Before anything else, God first. Okay. The second lesson I learned before I turned 20 is that it is important to believe in yourself. I feel like if you don't believe in yourself, then how are you going to expect other people to believe in you? It's insane, man. It's just so absurd. You can't expect people to have faith in you or to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself, you know. So what I think about me is that I've noticed that I'm a very confident person. I'm very confident, but then I don't know if confidence and believing in yourself are the same things. It's just similar, I don't know, because yes, I am confident, but when it comes to believing in myself, yes, I do, but to certain degrees I don't. I'm gonna make a prime example, more especially when it comes to my academics. I don't know why, guys. In my life, I'm confident about so many things and more, but when it comes to my academics, I always question myself. I always question my intelligence, you know. So when I was doing matric, I didn't think I was going to make it, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to make it in matric at all, because I never regarded myself as someone who's smart enough, you know. And it's just so weird, guys. People who know me and that I talk to, or my friends, or people who are just in my life, they will tell you how much I used to sob, cry, and vent about how stressful matric is and how I didn't think I was going to make it, you know. I feel like I was sabotaging myself because yes, I was working hard, but I just didn't believe in myself, you know. So this is one thing that I'm still trying to work towards on, you know, because it's very important for you to believe in yourself. Because if you can believe that you can do it, then you're going to be able to get the energy and the strength to want to do something, you know. So I don't know how I did it, but it has to be God. It has to be me working hard, even though I don't think consciously I was even aware that I'm actually working hard, because I feel like I always question myself when it comes to my intelligence, you know. So I was able to pass my matric. I got a bachelor part of 4 distinctions, and I couldn't believe it, yeah. But now when I look at my certificates, I'm like, yes, I did it. And I just want anyone who's watching this video right now to just pause and just take a moment and just tell yourself that I'm sorry for not believing in myself. I'm sorry for doubting my capabilities. I'm sorry for not believing that I'm worthy of even achieving anything. We beat ourselves up so much that we even forget how great we are or how great we can become. So this is actually a message to myself and to anybody watching right now who does battle with believing in themselves at some point. So I did learn that it's very important to believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, then impossible is nothing. Okay, that's on per. Alrighty, the third lesson that I learned before I turned 20 is that being good at your passion shouldn't matter as long as you love doing it. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. We all have dreams, aspirations, and all that, but then nothing beats passion. If you love something, you are going to excel in it, you know. For instance, Mina, I started doing radio when I was like doing grade 9, 10, and 11, because I stopped doing radio after grade 11, I think. So I loved radio. I was very passionate about radio, and I knew, Wuti, before I can even enter to be like in the main like industry, I had to do some volunteering work. I had to volunteer, work, and not get paid, you know, until I got to a point where I got something, you know. But then, like, for me, it's the experience that actually counts. Because I feel like I did spend my youth in a very smart way. Because if I look at my CV right now, I'm actually quite proud of things that I've accomplished. Like, I've accomplished so much. I've done TV and I've done radio. And for me, that is so big, because Namin Kula, I've always wanted to be like a person who's more like a childhood star. So the fact that I was able to make my dreams become a reality by being focused, knocking on all those that I can possibly find. Like, one thing about me, guys, is that when it comes to my dreams, I am so stubborn. Like, I'm so stubborn, you know. So being good at your passion shouldn't matter, okay? But as long as you love doing it. So I learned that it's important to always make sure that you do what you love every day, okay? Nyazi ukuthi we live in a country where njengamanje we are all studying, we are in uni, we're doing our BAs, degrees, and an N, but it's not guaranteed whether you're going to get the particular job, you know, after you graduate. But then, what I still say is that, yes, ngiyafunda, umsebenzi kumele kube ngowami, ngiyothola nami one day masifika isikhathi sami. But in the meantime, I'm not gonna just chill and do anything. I'm gonna try to work towards my dream, or I'm gonna try to work towards what I want to attain. Okay, so start that YouTube channel, do that podcast, do that training, do something. If you want to become something, or if you're passionate about something, just do it. What are people gonna say? Are they gonna support me? And just do it, okay? Just do it. Okay, the fourth lesson that I learned before I turned 20 is that not everyone will understand you nor support your dreams, and that is perfectly okay. Alright? I had to learn this the hard way. I always felt as if people owed me some sort of support. that was me back then. I thought that people are supposed to support me. My friends are supposed to support me. My family had to support me. You know, I always felt entitled. But now I feel like I'm glad that I've grown up and I've realized that actually in this world nobody owes you anything, but you owe everything to yourself. So not everyone is going to understand you as a person. Some people will misjudge you, or people will misunderstand you, and it's perfectly okay. That shouldn't bother you, okay? And when it comes to people supporting you or supporting your dreams, it's just so sad that sometimes, you know, you may do something and the support will just come from unfamiliar faces, okay? And oh, not lie, guys, to me it did hurt back then when I was doing my radio, doing TV, and I was getting support from my friends, from people that I was in high school with, a few of them, and also my family, you know. But then there were those certain individuals that I had in my life that I thought they were going to be like my number one support system or my number one cheerleaders, you know. So it does hurt when you realize that actually not everyone is proud of you, but everyone supports what you're doing, yeah, but then it's shy. Not everyone is going to support you, but it doesn't mean you have to back down, stop what you're doing, okay? So I need to make peace with the fact that you will hustle, you will bustle, you will do everything, but as long as you believe in yourself and there are a few people who are real with you and who support you, then it's everything, you know. But see, the sad reality is that some people don't acknowledge you until some people that they look up to start acknowledging your hard work, you know. So not getting any support shouldn't stop you from working towards your dreams, and you should always know that you should always push, you should always drive, with or without an audience, okay? We move. The fifth lesson that I learned before I turned 20 is the power of forgiveness. You know, sometimes in life we come across people, and some people can hurt you, or you can hurt them, or you can even hurt yourself as a person, you know. Certain decisions that we make may also hinder us in life, you know. But there's nothing more powerful than forgiving yourself and forgiving another person. Even though sometimes a person may never give you an apology, but I feel as if once you forgive that person, you're not just helping them out, but you're helping yourself out to relieve the baggage on your shoulders. Because guys, honestly, ukuqumbela umuntu or ukubambela umuntu iqubu doesn't just make their life not progress, but it makes your life not progress as well. Because wena uzoba nenkinga mawumbonela umuntu uhline and lokumbambela inhliziyo, you understand? So kubalulekile guys ukuthi sifunde ukuthi umuntu axole adlule from into. I'm not saying forgive and forget, because me, I do forgive, but I choose to not forget because I don't want to also fall into the same trap again, okay? So it's important for one to always know that we make mistakes, yes, but also you need to forgive yourself. We are human, we make mistakes, so I had to learn to forgive myself for things I've done in the past, for people that I have allowed to come into my life and to destroy me. I had to forgive myself for so many things, you know. But then I'm glad that now I'm able to sit here and reflect and just talk about how far I've come and how much I've worked so hard to grow the person that I am today. So there is great power in forgiving yourself, forgiving other people, okay? So yeah, forgive yourself and forgive other people so you can have peace. This lesson that I learned before I turned 20 is that do not fear happiness. I feel as if this one for me is very tricky. It actually triggers me even now. For the longest time in my life, I've always felt as if I am maybe not deserving of happiness. It's because I've been exposed to so much, how can I put it? I wouldn't say suffering that much, but I've always felt as if I haven't been fortunate enough in life in terms of my background and all that, you know. So for me in life, I always feel as if maybe other people are meant to be happy and have all that they wish for, but not me, you know. So even now, whenever I get a chance or whenever I see Uchi, I'm so happy, I'm so confident, I'm doing so well in life. I can't live in the moment. I struggle to be in the moment, but I'm slowly working towards it, because Nami saying actually Nami, I deserve to be happy. Nami, I deserve to also know how it feels like to be content in life. This thing has been worrying me for the longest time, guys. Like, it's insane, because I'm like, I don't know. We is a little when I deserve to jump, but you always feel as if it's okay for you to always be happy for other people but not yourself. I think it's actually self-sabotage or imposter syndrome or something, I don't know. But now that I am more aware of this, I am really working towards it, because I do realize actually, I deserve to be happy, and I shouldn't feel bad for being happy, so that's what I also took away before I turned 20, that it's okay to be happy, it's okay to enjoy life, it's okay to spend a week or a month without shedding a tear. It's normal to feel okay, it's normal to be alright. So yeah, I also learned that. Also learned before I turned 20 is that crying is not a sign of weakness. Whether it is out of empathy or grief, crying is a sign of vulnerability, and that is strength. Some people often mistake people who cry or people who are emotional as people who are weak. I for one am a person who is sensitive, but now I've learned to grow some thick skin, but I'm a crybaby, guys, sometimes, but then the mistake that I used to make in the past was that I used to vent to the wrong people, and that would hurt me a lot, which is why I even mentioned on my previous video that it's very important to be mindful. You understand? So some people find joy when you suffer in life. Some people find joy when they see you cry. Some people don't want to see you happy. Some people just want to only see your life being stagnant with no progress. Okay? So I used to be one who used to vent to just anybody, and that's backfired, because some people that I used to talk to about how I feel, they would talk about me behind my back, and I'll be a laughing stock and all that, but then I've learned and I've grown. Me crying, me being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness, but it's actually somehow strength. Because guys, honestly, we can't just act as if we are all strong, Singapore Superman. Guys, no, I'm human. I also have feelings. I hurt, I cry. You understand? So now I fully understand it's important for me to be very careful, have to be selective to whom I choose to pour my heart to whom I choose to vent to and to talk to. We can't find comfort in everybody, because not everyone has their best intentions in heart for you. So I had to also learn that the hard way. Another lesson that I learned before I turned 20 is that it's very important to choose people who choose you, and to surround yourself with people who love you unconditionally for who you really are. And it's important to not change yourself or make yourself into something you're not for others, because it's never worth it. Okay? Yo guys, looking back when I was a teenager, I feel like there were some instances where I would try to change who I am so I can be able to accommodate other people, or maybe so I can make other people believe that I can fit in, For the longest time, more especially when I was in high school, I didn't feel like I was fitting in. I felt like an outsider when I was in high school. I felt like an outsider, guys. It's insane. Ngipapile and all that, but I just never felt like I belonged. I felt like I was an outsider in high school, I don't know why. I just felt weird. I felt like I was different, but also I felt like I'm just an outsider. To an extent where I even thought maybe people don't like me, It's so weird, but then it's so true, But then now that I'm growing up, when it comes to like friendships, relationships and stuff. Now it's important for me to ensure that I choose to be around people or to be with people that also choose to be with me, people who appreciate me and people who love me, you know. So neto kambuifaga and trying to be friends with people who don't necessarily like you is what I don't do anymore. Ngimdala manje, I know better, and I have no time, I have no energy to try and force myself to be something that I'm not. I don't have the energy all the time to also beg or try to be friends with someone that I know for a fact that is not aligning with who I am or the woman that I want to become. You understand? So now I'm very selective and I'm very cautious as to whom I allow to be in my life and to whom I choose to share my energy with, you know. So yeah, let's just choose people who also choose us, because life is so short and nobody wants to waste their time being around shitty people. Okay, so that's what I also learned before I turned 20. Okay, another lesson that I learned before I turned 20 is that learning to be alone is the best thing you can ever do for yourself, and that will help you to learn to take care of yourself and know how to be your best company. So it will help you to not be dependent on the company of others. So this is actually the last lesson that I'm actually going to share on this part one of the video. And solitude is everything, guys. I used to always think that the only way for me to be happy and to be reassured that I'm important is if I have a group of people around me, or if I have some people around me, you know. But I feel like now I do realize as we grow, we lose people along the way. You understand? Some people are going to be there for you, some people are not going to be there for you. Yabo. So now I've learned to be my own friend. I've learned to be my own critic. Basically, I'm actually okay even if I'm by myself. I've learned to also understand that I am the one who actually has the power to make myself happy, to make the most out of my life, and to always make sure that I'm always good. Yabo. So now that I'm now teaching myself to be content and to be full even when I'm by myself. It's actually helping me a lot, because even when I have people in my life, I know there's a certain standard or a certain degree that I now treat myself. So I wouldn't expect anything less from somebody else, you know. So solitude is the best thing ever, because when I'm by myself, I get to sit down and talk to myself, have real and deep conversations with myself. And guys, for the longest time, I've always feared being honest with myself, okay? But now that I'm older, I've learned to guys, kubalulekile ukuthi uma usuhleli wedwa usuyicabanga noma ukhuluma nawe ukuthi uneqiniso about yourself. Because lying to yourself is basically you tricking yourself, okay? So now I get to a point where I actually sit down and I talk to myself. I ask myself, am I okay? What am I doing wrong? What are my toxic traits? What can I do to fix myself? You know, so kubalulekile guys ukuthi ufunde nje ukuthi there is great strength in being by yourself, and there is great strength in you fixing yourself and being honest with yourself. So that is also what I learned before I turned 20. Reached the end of the video, guys. This was my first episode of hashtag 19 things that I learned before I turned 20. So please do comment down below, guys. Tell me what you think about this video. Do you relate some of the points that I actually shared? Do you guys think I should continue doing more sit-down videos? And also, guys, please do comment down below with the pink heart so I can see who did watch the video. Okay, so yeah, guys, this is me unfiltered and raw. Guys, it took me so much to actually sit down and actually film this video, because I knew it required me to sit down and untap certain layers of myself which I didn't want to go back to, but because I want to one day watch this video and reflect on how far I've come and how far I've worked in bettering myself. Okay, so yeah guys, we reached the end of the video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, do not forget to comment and to subscribe. So yeah guys, from Madam YouTuber so Audrey 5, it's Inshot guys, being able to call out over ghosty and it's on period. Bye guys.